Hello and welcome to your weekly horoscope for week commencing the 11th of October. This is for the Sun or the Ascendant. Now I'm going to give you the major strands of this week as an overview and then dive deep for each individual zodiac sign. So please stay with me. Now the major news story this week is that Saturn, the ruler of time, Saturn is the Latin version of Kronos, the Greek god. Kronos, old father time. So Saturn governs the mechanics of things. It's very much to do with where we're applied, where we're disciplined, but it can also be about limitation and obstacles and contraction. And since the 23rd of May, Saturn has been retracing its steps in the sign of Aquarius, which of course it co-rules. But for vast amounts of that time, it has been pretty much in a square with Uranus, the other ruler of Aquarius, which is very progressive and freedom-loving, very much about trying new things, where Saturn's very much about traditionality. So if you have experienced a period of great frustration in your situation and it feels that things just haven't been moving forwards, it's really positive that Saturn starts to station direct. But this week also sees the Sun and Mars in the sign of Libra in a combination which is pushing us to assert our rights around relationships in a tense right angle with Pluto, the planet of transformation. And this can lead to some quite forceful or heated standoffs. But those relationships that are much more constructive are given an opportunity to become even more stable and progressive, because Venus, the planet of relating in the sign of philosophy, Sagittarius, is linking brilliantly to Saturn. So that's a real upside to this week. But there is a quarter moon which occurs on Wednesday, and this one is pretty close to Pluto, and it's the moon in Capricorn, and that's squaring to the Sun in the 7th house. Do you know, there may be a situation where we do actually try very much to fit in with what's expected of us, but somehow or another, whoever we're trying to relate to will still find that our efforts just are not good enough. So expect to encounter someone who really is quite hard to please, and that could in itself be quite frustrating if we're really trying our best to be quite constructive. Now the other thing to tell you is that by the end of this week, both Mercury and Jupiter on Sunday are ending their retrogrades, both in air signs, the Mercury retrograde in Libra and Jupiter in Aquarius. But I will tell you more about that next time. But the big news story this week is definitely that Sun-Mars square with Pluto and Saturn going forwards. Now, if you're new to my channel, I'd be honoured if you would subscribe. Please click or tap on the bell notification symbol. And if you want your free daily written horoscope fired to your device each morning, please click on the subscription link beneath this video. I write for some of the world's bigger platforms, and also for the British Press Association. I've been their lead astrologer for many years, and also Britain's most read daily newspaper, the Metro, so why not grab yours too. And with year 2022 fast racing up, if you want to understand what the year holds for you personally, based on your time, date and place of birth, you can order your forecast now and get the rest of this year free, plus a character analysis, plus 30% off. So gain searing insights for what lies ahead for you. Hello Taurus, and welcome to your in-depth forecast for week commencing the 11th of October. Saturn going forwards in your sector of success, of goals, is really welcome. And particularly as by the end of this week, Jupiter in the same sector is also going to be going direct as well. So if you have been encountering real obstacles and frustrations around making progress in terms of jobs, employment, or just feeling that you're appreciated and respected by the people you encounter in the wider world, this is definitely going to be helpful. But it is true that Mars and the Sun are combining in your 6th house, and that's likely to give you a lot of energy, and you're likely to want to be very productive with that energy. But Pluto and the quarter moon in Capricorn are reminding you that you have your own needs too. And as much as you may want to be conscientious, work hard, work towards big goals or objectives, gain greater recognition for your talents, what Pluto and the moon are saying to you this week is make sure that you give yourself time for you as well. It can't be all give, you need to give to yourself as well. But your ruler Venus is of course forging a very constructive link to Saturn, and Venus is in your 8th house. The 8th house is very sensual, but it's also brilliant for money. So if you are trying to engineer some kind of improvement in your terms and conditions, or in terms of a financial proposition, your people skills, your charm, quite frankly, can be just as important as your precision and your industry. So make sure that you are using your people skills to the fore of any conversations.